That all of my stitches are done, I'm going to move on to the last 2 stitches here, which will be on the folds, which will be the flat catch and the pick stitch. So both of these stitches are primarily used for hems. So I'm going to go ahead and flip this upside down, imagining that this is my hem, all pressed and ready to be sewn. So like I said in class, I primarily use the flat catch if I'm working on, for example, coats with linings. If I want to make sure that this stays up, it's a nice and quick method of hand hemming your garment that is practically invisible on the face. So you have these 2 folds here, 1, 2. We're only going to be working in this first fold. So I'm going to go ahead and go underneath that fold and come out along the fold line. Pull it through. So now my knot is invisible. See how it's in there? So you can go ahead and get started. Be sure to keep these 2 pieces separate. So I'm still working from left to right, but I'm going to take my needle and at an angle here, just picking up the hem, not the face. I'm going to go in a little bit from right to left and pull that through. Okay, see how nothing is connected to the face fabric yet. So now I'm going to go over here and just picking up a tiny piece, one little thread. Of only the face, not the fold. Gonna pull it here, and I've created my first triangle. So now I'm going to go back over here in order to create these little X's, only picking up the fold. So now see it's starting to hold up your fold line. Now remember in class I said that it's very important that these remain the same size, so I will often use my thumb as a quick measuring tool. So here I am, I'm coming back up, only taking a tiny thread of the fabric on the face, not the fold, just above the fold, and pulling that here to create my second triangle. Going in from right to left here, coming back up, right to left, only a little tiny piece. Creating my equal triangles. So when I come to the front, you can only see these little tiny picks. So like I was saying in class, if these were the same color as my fabric here, they would be invisible. Coming back down, piece of only the fold here. Just a piece of this face. So see how it's now starting to get attached? That's what it looks like from the front, with a little tinsel. And that's what it looks like from the back. Okay, I'll do one more here. Okay, so I've gotten to the end of my fabric here. I'm going to go just in this fold here. Make sure you're not catching the face. Do that little back stitch. Now you're set up with your loop. Same thing as always, hold that loop open. 1, 2, 3. Pull it through. Make sure you don't have that tail. Okay. So see how my knot is only in the fold here? So I'm going to go back through that fold one more time, just to finish it off. From the front. See, that's where I ended, but you can't even tell because the knot is only on this fold here. Cut it off. That is your flat catch stitch. So now, the downside of this stitch is that all of the back threads are exposed. So, say you're doing something that's unlined and you don't want to see this stitching for fear of it getting caught on something and totally ruining itself, head over to the pick stitch. The pick stitch has the same front result. See, that is my flat catch and this is my pick stitch, but totally different than the flat catch, all invisible. So you're going to be using this fold here to your advantage to hide your thread. So one more time, making my double knot. Same thing as the pick stitch, as the flat catch, only that I'm now going to start at the right side and work my way to the left. So just like before, I'm going underneath this fold and I'm going to hide my knot in the top fold here. Nothing down here, only this top fold. So I'm starting off looking the same as the other one, only on the right side. So I'm going to take right above where I came out on this fold here. I'm going to take a little tiny piece of the face. Pull it through. So now we have a little tiny connection here. Sorry. Thread came out of the eye here. I'm going going to cut off a little piece because that's frayed too much. Good to go, back in business. So now, right next to where you came in, you're going to go back in, only in this fold. See how I am not outside anymore? I'm only in this fold. I'm going to come back out, which gives you your first pick stitch. So notice there's only a tiny little stitch there. There's nothing back here. It's all in this fold. So I'm going to do the same thing one more time. This one you can pull pretty tight because you want it to be nice and taut. Right above where I came out on the face, I'm going to pick a stitch out of the fabric. Pull it tight. Right next to where I came out of the fold, I'm going to go back in the fold. Staying in the fold, do not go out of the fold. Coming back out. So I have 2 little pick stitches. Again, everything is concealed in that fold. You can almost see it. Since it's dark green and my fabric is light. Pick right above. Back in, come out, going back in, this is all I have. This is the only thread that I'm seeing. That's what it looks like from the front. Little picks. Going right above there. Going back in the fold right next to where I came out. So see, this is what I was talking about. Sometimes your needle will come out of that fold channel. Make sure you're completely in. Come back out. So remember with these, as every stitch, you want them to be equally spaced apart. You can also, again, same as flat catch, use your thumb as a quick measuring. It just looks cleaner and way more professional if they're nice and even. Going back in. Right next to where I initially came out of that fold. Only in the fold here. That's it. Come back out. Got my little baby picks. That's what it looks like from the front. going to do one more here. Pick that stitch once more. Okay, so now I'm going to go slightly under that fold and come right back out. Like that. Pull that. Then, once again, go back where I came from. Only working in that fold. Do my back stitch. Loop. 1, 2, 3. Pull that taut. See how my knot is once again only in that fold? If you'd want to conceal it, go back into that fold, like so, and pull the tail in. Cut it off. So your two options look the same from the front, but the pick stitch here, the only thread that I'm seeing are these little tiny picks. In between, I got nothing. It's all hidden in this fold. So there is your pick stitch, your flat catch, and your pick. And with that, you are all completed with your hand sewing sample.